Can you see the screen? Tell me if you can't see it. Okay, this is syntax. So syntax is the study of rules at the level of creation of phrases and larger units. Larger units means clauses and sentences. So what is the difference between what we have just learned last week, which is morphology?
Excuse me, doctor.
And yes.
I can see the slide.
You can?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. So what is the difference between morphology and syntax? So as I explained just now, morphology.
I can't see the slides.
Oh, you can't see the slide. Oh, okay. See. Desktop. Can you see the slide now?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what is the difference between morphology and syntax? So in terms of hierarchy, it's hierarchical. So morphology is always at the bottom if you're going to the top. So morphology is after phoneme, phonology is morphology, and after morphology is syntax. So syntax is the topmost, but there's another topmost, which is discourse. But at this point, when we're talking about syntax, syntax is the sentence level. So the sentence level is the highest. Inside the sentence will be the words, and inside the words will be the phonemes. Yeah? So, so we have the sentence. The large fat yellow cat is sleeping peacefully in the big black basket. I read again. The large fat yellow cat is sleeping peacefully in the big black basket. So when we've looked at morphology, so we've seen there are words. This is article. These are all adjectives, noun, verb, adverbial, and then prepositional phrase. So so how do I actually know? Like how do I know? So doing syntax is knowing how to divide the sentence into meaningful parts, or we call constituents. How many? The question is how many constituents are there in the sentence? Actually, when you listen to me reading the sentence, you can already hear the constituent indicated by my pause. When I pause, I berhenti sekejap. So I would say the large fat yellow cat, that's the pause, is sleeping peacefully in the big black basket. So three big constituents, but inside that constituent there are further constituents. So you'll see later. So that's so we talk about remember in introduction to linguistics, first lecture we talk about linguistic competence. So here is syntactic competence, which is actually a part of linguistic competence. So syntactic competence is a native speaker's syntactic competence will be reflected in his intuition. Intuition is your gut feeling, your gut feeling about, number one, the grammaticality of sentences. So we will see what that means. But basically, grammaticality means syntactic well-formedness. That means that sentence is well-formed in terms of the syntactic rules. And then we also have intuition about syntactic structure. Intuition is basically when you listen to someone speaking, you immediately know whether that sentence is well formed based on your knowledge of the language, and you know the syntactic structure. Because in order to understand the sentence, you need to know this. You need to know the syntactic structure, the constituents inside the sentence. Yeah. Intuition about structure. There are two types of intuition. Intuition about how sound sequences in sentences are structured into successively larger structural units called constituents. So as we can see in the long sentence just now, there are a long sound sequence, a long linear, a long horizontal order of words in that sentence. Kan? So they contain structure units, and then the structure units get higher and higher. So from word level, it becomes phrase, it becomes sentence. So hierarchical. Number two is intuition about whether particular sets of constituents belong to the same category or not. So for example, if you have this sentence, so again, the question is, what are the hierarchical structure or successively larger structure units in this sentence? The boy must seem incredibly stupid to that girl. So what are the structures in the sentence? And number two is, how do we know that these words belong together, belong to the same category or not? Yeah. So what do I have after this? Oh, see. So let's see if okay. So I would say, usually when you have a sentence, what you want to do is look out for the verb. So to me, a candidate for the verb is seem. Seem is the verb. So when you have the verb, usually the verb is, it comes after the subject, right? And we sort of know the boy is the subject. Therefore, must is not a part of the boy. Must is more a part of seem. How do we know? We sort of say the boy. Does it go together? The boy. Sounds like it goes together, right? So rightly we say the boy is one unit. And then we say boy and must. Boy must. Does it go together? Your gut feeling will say no. It does not go together. Okay. So if it does not go together, it does not belong to the same category. And then you say, okay, must. Must and seem. Does it go together? It's better, better. Must seem. Incredibly. Seem incredibly? Okay, but actually incredibly is more together with stupid. Incredibly stupid. You know? But together, must seem incredibly stupid is okay. So that you may so you actually see that first we have that I usually put a square bracket. So we say, okay, incredibly stupid is one constituent. Just now we said the boy is one constituent. Sorry. And then must seem together with the verb. So this is saying the boy is one constituent. When I open the square bracket, I close the square bracket, indicating that this is a constituent. And then must seem is more together. And then incredibly stupid is more together on its own. But together, when you combine both of them, it's okay. but you need to have that internal, you have to have that internal relationship first before they can combine with, masim, yeah. And then stupid too. Stupid too. Doesn't go together. What about to that? To that also don't go together. How about that girl? That girl is okay. So we say, okay, that girl is a constituent. So we put a square bracket there. And then, however, once you have that girl, two can come in. Two can combine with that girl. To that girl is better rather than to that. Just now, to that cannot. But when you have that girl as a constituent, only two can come in. Okay. And then, when you these are called square brackets. So once you open something, you must close, right? So this katakan the boy one constituent, but actually the bigger constituent is the sentence. So we're going to have another bracket. So then we count. Okay, this is, we open this, we close this. So this is complete. We open this and we close at the back. Okay. So basically you count the number of square brackets on the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what about on the left? 5 we have 1 here, 1, and then 2. So we need 3 more. So we need 3 more to close. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is how we actually use our intuition to divide the sentence into its particular constituents. And then we can say, okay, they are now in their constituent, but do they belong to the same category? So I would have to say, okay, the boy is a noun phrase. So I'm just going to put here noun phrase. But I will use my subscript. That, So the boy must seem incredibly stupid. This one is actually, seem is a verb, so this is a verb phrase. To that girl. So that girl itself is a noun phrase. We will learn later how we know it's a noun phrase or a verb phrase. Yeah, don't worry. You know it too, but it's just that knowing exactly how to name them. Yeah? Looking at their behaviors. So that's the noun phrase, that girl. And then to that girl is actually a prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase. So I'm gonna. So what I've done here is actually I've shown that the sound sequences in sentences are structured into larger units because you can see that must seem incredibly stupid to that girl. These are all verb phrase plus preposition phrase. So I already divided it into structure units, and then whether the same category or not. And I indicated through my indexing that these are the what do you say? The constituents. These are the constituents in the sentence. But when we started just now, the sentence seems a bit. I'm sure when you first see it, you find it difficult to put which and which together. Okay. So one strategy is, as I shown you just now, we go from one word to the other. The boy. Does it go together? Yes. Boy must. Go together? No. Okay, so that means the boy is one constituent, and then must is with other things, another constituent. All right. Based on your intuition, try and look at this sentence and look at the bolded phrases or in the sentence and see if they are a constituent. just by your gut feeling. Okay, you're gonna take like a few minutes. Then I'm gonna call your name, just for you to tell me whether they are a constituent or not, whether the bowl is a constituent or not. Use your gut feeling, Gut feeling ni macam rasa bahasa. Bila you tengok tu, saya actually, I'm actually declaring that what I bolded is a constituent. What the bolded part of the sentence is a constituent. That's what I say. Now you have to tell me whether I'm right, you agree with me, or I'm wrong. You don't agree with me. If you don't agree with me, you tell me what is a constituent, the proper constituent. Okay. I'm going to look at my name list. I'm gonna get Krupasini. So Krupasini. Wait, I'm assigning the names first. Krupasini will do number 1. And then Laila Aziza will do number 2. And then Muhammad Izri will do number 3. Muhammad Ezri. And then we look at the speech. Siapa yang tak pernah ni? Zin Tong. Lim Zin Tong. We will do number 4. That's a nice name. Irni Patricia. We'll do number 5. Ashwa Arya. We'll do number 6. Aishwa Arya. Lot of A's, huh? Shankari will do number 7. Do we have additional new members now? Or is it the same?
Tak ada untuk audiology, tak ada.
Speech ada tambah tak? No, yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. So now we call upon apa tadi? Karupasini Tulisan saya pun tak ni. Yeah, number 1.
Yeah, doctor.
What do you think?
My friend in Granada invited me over. Yeah, I feel like my friend in Granada is a constituent.
I guess I need some justification lah. Why you say like that? Why do you say it's a constituent?
Because my friend in Granada, it brings a meaning like there's a friend in Granada, so I feel like there's a meaning. It's that phrase is trying to say something, and I understand that what they mean by my friend in Granada.
Yeah, yes. The meaning is that you sort of know that because invited is a verb, you know. We have to start thinking about words and phrases in terms of the language aspects of the linguistic aspects of it. So we say because this is a noun phrase. My friend in Granada is a noun phrase. And it comes before the verb. So why I say this is a constituent? Because it's the subject of the sentence. I'm sure in Form 5 you have learned in Bahasa Melayu, let's say. Probably Bahasa Melayu lah, they're a bit more linguistic than English. What I meant is the way it's being taught in the schools. I find that the Malay syllabus is more linguistic than the English syllabus. Although English syllabus also have grammar, but they teach it as grammar, but not. So anyway, I think as early as primary school, you have already learned about subject predicate. So the subject of the sentence is my friend in Granada. Yeah, because it happens after the verb. It happens before the verb. And then I can actually say, if I turn that into a question, I say, who invited you over? Let's say lah, you change it. Who invited you over? Who is one word, one question word, and it represents my friend in Granada. So if someone asks you, who invited you over? The answer is my friend in Granada. Okay? Okay, good. Karupasini, your answer is correct, but you need to think a bit deeper and try to figure out what is the what reason. Okay, Laila Aziza. What about number 2?
I think it's not a constituent, doctor.
It what is what?
Not constituent.
It's not a constituent. Any reason why?
Because suddenly it. I think suddenly it's not have a meaning.
Doesn't have a meaning. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't have a meaning. All right, but we will explain later why it's not doesn't have meaning lah. Okay. Thank you, Laila. Number 3, Muhammad Izri. They built the house in a hurry, and I claim that the house in a hurry is a constituent. What do you think? Muhammad Izri ada? Muhammad Izri? Tak ada ya? Alright. I'm just gonna call... any volunteers? They built the house in a hurry. Afiq lah. Afiq, can you do number 3?
Yes.
Can you do number 3, please? What do you think?
Yes. Number 3, the boat one kan?
They built the house in a hurry. Can you see the screen?
The house. Can.
Okay.
The house in a hurry, not from a constituent.
It's not a constituent lah. Any reason?
Because the house tu can form one constituent.
Yeah.
In a hurry, one constituent. So
Yes.
dia tak boleh campur.
Betul. It's 2 different constituent Bagus. Bagus Afiq. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It is by itself constituents separate from each other lah. Okay. Number 4. Number 4 is Zintong. He fell off the bike. Off the bike. Is it a constituent?
Off the bike is not a constituent.
Not a constituent. Any reason?
Because the bike can become a constituent, but if off the bike, it has no meaning, so cannot form constituents.
Alright. Okay. Thank you, Zintong. Okay, Irni, what about number 5?
Yes,
Number 4 and 5 like seem similar. So what? Okay, tell me what about number 5?
About number 5. So in English, we know that we have to abide by the SVO, subject, verb, and object. So the verb is rode, and then the object is off the bike. I think it is a constituent because if we just tulis road off tapi macam tak complete road off apa, it's like no object after that, so I think it is a constituent.
It is lah, off the bike is a constituent.
Yeah.
What if I tell you is idiomatic? Idiomatic ni macam peribahasa lah, sort of like frequently used as a chunk, you know. Anyone else wants to try? If I say this is idiomatic, something about bikes. Anyone rides a bike? When you ride the motorcycle kan, there will be insurance, insurance, like there will be insurance for the car. And then there is the concept of ride off the bike. In insurance terms, ride off means there's a bad, usually there's an accident, okay? Usually there's an accident, a bad accident, and the bike was totally damaged, So the insurance, and because the bike would still be under the bank loan, for example, so the insurance company will actually come and inspect the bike, and if it's truly beyond repair, cannot salvage, so the insurance person will write off the bike. Write off the bike means the owner of the bike don't have to pay the bank anymore because that motorcycle is not fit to cannot be used on the road anymore. So write off means, so actually he write off the bike, it's not a constituent because off is actually part of road. He wrote off. So the actual constituent is he wrote off as one constituent and then the bike as another constituent. Okay, so sometimes we have double verbs or complex verbs. So this is actually a verb and a preposition. All right. Okay, number 6. Number 6 is Aishwarya.
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
I feel like the cloth with the scissors is a constituent because it gives meaning towards the sentence. Because if you just put she cut, it doesn't mean anything.
Well, if you just say she cut, you stop there. It's incomplete, and the meaning is complete. But the question is the cloth with the scissors a constituent? The bolded one, is it a constituent?
I feel that it is. Oh,
It is a constituent.
yes.
Anyone else have any opinion about this?
Can I try, Doctor?
And you are?
Iza.
Iza?
Iza.
Nurul Iza.
Uh,
All right.
I think the cloth, she cut the cloth is one constituent and with the scissor is one constituent. Because
And why?
Because she cut doesn't have meaning, but when she cut the cloth, it have meaning. With the scissor also have meanings.
What's the meaning?
She cut the cloth using the scissor.
Okay. Good, Iza. So with the scissors actually means instrument. The instrument that you use to cut the cloth with. So in this instance, Aishwarya pun betul. It's not a constituent, but your intuition is you need to extend yourself a bit and think about the meaning of the sentence. So if you understand the meaning of the sentence, she cut the cloth with the scissors. You know that with the scissors, as Iza said, that is the instrument. The cloth is the object of cut. So the cloth is being cut. Cut the cloth using the scissors, with the scissors. So therefore, the whole thing is not a constituent. It is the cloth one constituent with the scissors another constituent. Okay, thank you, Iza. Thank you, Aishwarya. The final one, Shankari. What about this one? Number 7.
Yes, doctor, I feel like it is constituent because the cloth is actually with the stripes, it's actually describing the cloth. So I
you
feel
are right.
like
You're right. Yes. So betul, Shankari. She cut the cloth with the stripes, meaning the pattern on the cloth is have stripes. The pattern. So with the stripe, explain the cloth. Okay. So with the stripe, it's actually talking about the cloth. Tetapi tadi with the scissors, it's not talking about the cloth. With the scissors, it's talking about cut. That's the difference between 6 and 7 lah. We will see later. But just an intuition, just to test your intuition. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. We proceed. Proceed with, what's this? Okay, constituency. What is the definition of constituency? So constituency is how syntactic objects are grouped together to form larger objects based on brackets or trees. So so we have seen actually how I group the words together just now. But in this instance, for example, house, wooden house, and big wooden house, these are all noun phrases. Yeah? Later we'll find out what is the criteria for noun phrase, but house is a noun. And then you have wooden house. Wooden is a noun. Wooden is a noun. Wooden, like, it's like adjectival also. So adjective, wooden is adjective. House is a noun. It still is a noun phrase. And then big wooden house. So big is an adjective. This is adjective juga, and then this is a noun. Still, it is a noun phrase. So the constituents can be one. Constituent can be one element like house. It can be more than one, like wooden house or big wooden house. Okay, and then so one is what are the inner groupings of the words, and then order. Order is how objects within a constituent are ordered with respect to one another, and how constituents are ordered with respect to one another. Right. How constituents are ordered with respect to one another, and how constituents are ordered with I think the sentence I need to repair. I think it's repetitive. Okay, constituency. The organization of words and phrases into larger units involves the notion of constituency. In the example, we represent this with three diagrams, or am I looking at the right slide? Okay, so you have kick the ball. So we can actually notice that there are constituents. First is the noun phrase, the ball, and then second is kick. So we can label it with a square bracket, or we can draw a tree. Constituents are things that can behave as single units with respect to syntactic processes. Because they are constituent ni macam they are a group, you know, they are a group of words with relationship, a strong relationship, and they behave like a single unit. That's very important. They behave like a single unit with respect to syntactic processes. Okay, and syntax actually cares about this, cares about constituency. Very important. In order to do syntax, you need to understand constituency, because otherwise you will draw the wrong tree. Okay, I want to draw so if we say just now kita kick the ball. So what we're going to draw is what we call, remember in last lecture, I actually draw a tree diagram for a word, right? So in syntax, we also draw tree diagram. And your tree diagram is always based on your constituents. So let's say, maybe I want to draw that just now. I want to draw, she cut the cloth with the scissors. Cut the cloth with a, scissors. So I'm going to draw a tree diagram. So I'm going to draw most right first with the scissors. So I say with. Shapes. But actually before this, there's another structure there, right? So if you draw it by a pencil, it's very fast, but I'm using this, is quite slow. This is an MP here. So I'm going to noun phrase. MP is noun phrase. I'm just gonna draw a small, I'm just gonna draw like this. Easy, sorry. Like that. So this I will name as preposition phrase. Oh, okay. Then so I've done this with the scissors. I've done this. Then so just now we said the scissors is together with the verb, because it's apa tu instrument punya reading. So maybe I go further up. Say VP. So the VP verb phrase. Okay, the verb phrase will have cut as the verb, the cloth as the noun phrase, and then a PP. So then I say an NP. And then a PP. Here, oh sorry. Okay, and then I do my line. Cut. And I'm just going to draw one line down, but you can draw a triangle there because there's two words in it. And then I'm going to say it comes from the VP node. Consists of also the object, noun phrase. Also the PP comes out from there, from the VP. So this is my, then I'm left with the she as the subject. So I can say an S here, and then there will be an NP here. Noun phrase. Yeah. So this is my tree diagram. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. How do we know this? Because we have, we should start with the constituent. What is the constituent? So as from our discussion just now, cut the cloth, but the cut and the cannot be together, right? It's more like the and cloth. So in one constituent. So cut the cloth with the scissors. So I have this, cut the cloth with the scissors, with a scissors. So I draw these three based on my constituents that I have analyzed the sentence with. Okay, and then after I've done the VP, I then proceed with the agent, which is she. So I'm going to draw she here. So when we do syntax, it does require us to draw trees. So this is what we're going to do next time also. So for this lecture, which is syntax, you read the syntax chapter in the textbook. Okay, I have not looked at it. I don't know whether it's one chapter or two chapter, but maybe the first chapter in syntax, on syntax, you read. So that whatever I'm talking now is you understand better lah. Okay, so this is the tree diagram. Any question? Okay, and then we look at categories. So we here from the tree diagram, you can see the categories of word level and phrase level. So what is word level? Word level is a set of words which share a common set of linguistic properties, either morphology or syntactic properties. So they share some characteristics lah. And then the phrase level is a set of words which share a common syntactic properties. Okay, so when we look at this, what you see at the bottom, she cut the cloth with a scissors. These are all word level category. In some books, they call this a terminal level. Why is it terminal? Terminal is like always when you bus station is terminal. When you take the bus station is terminal. That means that's the end of the road. End of the road for the sentence. So all these word level categories are at the end, terminal. And then you have examples like the VP, the phrase level actually. So I'm just gonna try to get some arrow shape here. So I'm just going to say this is a phrase level. This is also a phrase level. PP is a phrase level. NP is a phrase level. NP, This one maybe I should change it with an arrow. This is what we call maximal projection. Top note level. So already you can see the hierarchy of the tree. Nanti bila I ceritakan, it will actually that there are rules that we use to combine these words into phrases into bigger phrases. So as you can see in the sentence, the biggest maximal projection is the NP and the VP, because the sentence consists of NP and VP, and then from the VP comes the V, the MP and the PP and the NP. So all these four constituents is in a bigger constituent, which is NP. The clause, you have the determiner. Kalau you nak specify, the is the determiner, clause is the noun, and together it forms a noun phrase. Yeah. So so you can see hierarchically there are two levels. One is word level, the other one is maximal projection level. Also S is also maximal projection lah, which I should use to should show you that this is also maximal projection. It's because it's topmost. So this is the hierarchical structure of the sentence. Actually, if you another tree diagram that we can draw is number 7. She cut the cloth with the stripe. So if you draw, she cut the cloth with the stripe. With the stripe doesn't come out from the VP. Here you can see that the PP comes out from the VP, but in that number 7, the PP comes out from the MP. Maybe next class I will show you lah. That's the difference. So you notice that with different meanings, there will be different structures because the structure is reflective of the meaning of the sentences. Okay, so any question right now? Ada nak tanya? I think I'm going to stop at that and continue next time. Okay. All right. So, uh, hmm. So no question. All right. I would. Yeah, the person who accepted Aisha Waraya. Maybe get your friend to send me the screenshot of the
Yeah,
problem.
okay.
Already did. Okay, thank you. Are the rest of and anyone else face problem uploading the homework? Probably you're still working on it. So as I said just now, yeah, we discussed, and then you can actually, after you discuss, you can also write in using just writing, you just write your answer on a piece of paper, and then you take a picture. You don't need to type because it's like a problem that you just solve. You can draw a tree, kan? So you don't need like to type. So for ada satu group tu yang you have to do a tree diagram of the word, you don't have to type. It does take a long time, as you saw what I was doing just now. Although it looks nice, but you can just draw by your pen or your pencil. Usually you draw a tree with a pencil because there tend to be some mistake and you need to erase it. So even with other problems, you can just write, but of course with clear handwriting lah. Okay, take a picture and upload to UKM Folio. Okay, with that I thank you for your time and your attention. And your reps, your 2 reps, I hope you can give me the attendance of last time, of the lecture last week. Yeah, because I found the attendance here, which is under participant, and I want to double check with your attendance. Just send me, I will check for last time. Also for this time, if you can print out last time and this time, last week and this week, and then I can print out my participant here. I can check, I double check with your list and my list. Okay, because my list, it shows people going in and out. So kadang-kadang katakan name A, Ali lah katakan. Ali, every time he comes in, the system record. He goes out, the system record. So kadang-kadang maybe internet tak clear and you go in and out. That's how many times the system record you come in and out. So that's why I want to check. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.